Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here once again with another video on Titans Season 2, and well, Titans Season 2 is finally here. This is my review for Episode 1, otherwise entitled Trigon, and yeah, so of course if you have not watched the episode and don't want spoilers, don't continue on with the video, because there's going to be, yep, you guessed it, spoilers. But obviously last season ended with a bit of a weird episode, like it just ended abruptly. It didn't really feel like the ending of an actual season. It felt like a cliffhanger between episodes, not between seasons. And that's because there were some issues. I don't know what the actual issues were, but it meant that the finale was moved, like half of the finale or the actual finale was moved into this episode, and you can really sense it. And we're actually going to talk about that, through this review at certain points. Yeah, of course, be sure to leave all of your various thoughts and opinions on this episode in the comments section down below, as well as being sure to drop a like in the video if you enjoyed the episode and my video. And if you're new to the channel and want more Titan stuff, drop a subscribe so you're staying up to date. But essentially, we start the episode off right where we ended off last season with Dick under control from Trigon, and Trigon basically starting his plan of control, if that's the way to put it, just allowing things to happen, but basically the Titans allow certain things to happen at certain stages as well. But we do get to see some cool things which were set up and then didn't happen last season, like Hawk and Dove meeting Jason. It's pretty interesting seeing Jason being a bit of a loose cannon, I guess you could say, in Wayne Manor, just driving the bicycle, not the bicycle. What am I, 3 years old? The other motorbike around, not really giving a crap. I thought that was pretty cool. We do hear that the Justice League is overseas, and that's where Bruce is, as well as Alfred. Alfred just going along as well. Why not? Now, while Trigon was sort of short-lived in this episode, which I think we'll bring up why that might have been in a second, but while he was short-lived, there were some cool elements, like him sort of making that farmhouse thing and almost into like a haunted house, I guess you could call it. It was cool visually. I wish we'd seen more of it, but I have a feeling, and I'll bring it up now, I think basically the first half of this episode was pretty much meant to be the entire finale for Season 1, and they've cut stuff out, or shortened certain scenes, or shortened certain elements. And you can sort of sense that throughout the opening part of this episode, and it feels a bit weird, like rushed but not rushed at the same time. It just seems like stuff was cut out, so it's a bit strange. But the things that we did see was pretty cool, like the haunted house stuff. But he also obviously does let the other heroes in just to take them over as well. And this was another point where I think like things maybe were shortened, and that was like seeing the various heroes get to the point where we saw Dick in the Season 1 finale, basically them going to that point, that breaking point if you want to call it, or that darkness if you want to call it. So we saw like Corey or Starfire kill Raven, Donna kill the guy that started the fire that killed her dad, and even seeing Dick, not Dick, we actually get to see Jason kill Dick with the gun that shot Bruce's parents. So I wonder if there would have been more extended pieces of that. Like, you saw how long the Dick versus Jason fight is, so it makes you think, were the other scenes with the other characters that long, or at least a bit longer as well? It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But we do see the controlled Titans beat up Garth, and this was basically to be like that final stage to break Rachel's heart, to the point where, Trigon can take Rachel's heart, and that's exactly what he does, and we see his true form. Now, cool in design. CGI, however, it wasn't very good, was it? Now, I had heard going into this, because some people got like the preview episodes, the preview press screeners 3 days ago or something, and basically the hints that they were giving is like the CGI is pretty damn bad. I knew straight away as soon as they said that they were referring to Trigon, because I think that was probably the worry that I think we all had going into the Season 1 finale, if it potentially happened, is Trigon, if he does appear, going to look pretty bad? And he looks pretty bad. I wonder if they delayed it because they couldn't get the CGI great, and this was basically the best they could do. I'm not too sure, but it really wasn't that good. It was pretty bad to look at. But essentially throughout this stage, we get to see that Rachel properly becomes Raven, if you want to call it. Which I thought was a pretty cool scene. But we do get to see basically, while Trigon didn't look good, we get to see basically what he does. We get to see basically wherever he goes, death and destruction basically comes wherever he walks, which I thought was done fairly well visually. Now, the Raven vs. Trigon fight, I don't know if this was meant to be the length that it was in the finale, or if it was shortened. CGI could be an issue where they just wanted to get over with it pretty quick. But yeah, it was just, I wasn't surprised. It just went how it was. I don't know how they were necessarily going to make it any better. But it was interesting that after versing Trigon, Raven just comes out with a completely new look. I guess it's better than going to the hairdresser. So yeah, defeated Demon, get a new hair look. I guess that's the way, that should be the new advertising campaign, I guess, for whatever Raven got done. Now, the point where you could tell what was meant to be the actual season 1 finale was when the group splits up. So we see the group split up where it's Dick goes with the kids. So what, Garth, Rachel, and Jason. So they go off in the Jeep and they go elsewhere. And Corey, Hawk and Dove, and Donna or Wonder Girl, they go off as well. So they basically 4 go one way, 4 go the other. So that's basically what was meant to be the end of season 1. Like, even like the tone that they set, like the music that comes on, is like, yeah, okay, that was meant to be the end of season 1. And that was, I don't know, like what, 40 minutes in? So you can tell there's like about 10-15 minutes cut out of the episode. And it would have been interesting to see what was cut out. But that's maybe for us to never find out. But the famous line from the opening, like, sneak peek, I guess, that we got for season 2 of Titans was, of course, "Titans are back, bitches." And this is what actually gets attention of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. He's on the news. He's like in a shop, and it basically just, like, he's living in exile in like a cabin in the woods, and this just, it doesn't really trigger him. It just sort of like re-sparks something within him to the point where he has to go back to his old place. And we do meet Billy Wintergreen, if you're wondering who that was. That's Billy Wintergreen, or I think they're going to call him William Wintergreen on the show, but most people would know him as Billy Wintergreen. If you watch Arrow, that was basically the guy that first wore the Deathstroke mask in Arrow Season 1. But I don't know if he's going to be like the butler, or he's just like an accomplice of Deathstroke. I think they made it that he's like the butler, but I'll have to wait and see. I don't know if they necessarily made it clear in that episode, but I'm guessing in the episodes to come we'll find out. But we do get to see that large arsenal of weapons in that vault, and there's a lot there. And like Billy Wintergreen's talking about cleaning off the blood, and this is when it's in relation to the suit. And a Deathstroke suit, when they light it up in that room, it looks awesome. I think that's actually the best shot that we've had of it, like from the trailers and stuff. In this episode, when that room lights up and you see the Deathstroke suit, I thought it was pretty damn badass. Like, that was pretty cool, and I can't wait to see just Deathstroke go around just absolutely killing some people. It's going to be great. Now, we do get to meet Bruce Wayne, which we'd seen a lot in the trailers. Basically, most of the stuff we saw in the trailers is what we see in this episode, but we just get Dick wanting to clear the air with his departure, and basically Dick's journey in season 1 was realizing what Bruce was doing when he was younger and like the misunderstanding that he had. So that was a pretty good scene, just as Dick was trying to do. It cleared the air, which I thought was good. It is weird having a Bruce Wayne that basically sounds British, but I think we'll get used to it. But one thing that Dick wants is basically to restart the Titans, and we see Dick and the kids move into Titans Tower in San Francisco. And Jason going is like the one thing that Bruce wants in exchange for Dick to move in, just to give, I guess, Bruce some quiet time. Jason not driving goddamn motorcycles through the house. I guess that's just the one thing that Bruce wanted. Just for a bit, just for a couple months, please just take him, get him out of my goddamn hair. But there were some nice scenes. The nicest scene I thought in that Titans Tower thing was Garth or Beast Boy in like the suit up area. I thought that was, it might have gone over some people's head, but for me, it felt like he felt like a sense of home. Saying all that, it was sort of like the Doom Patrol thing, but he felt like he felt more like at home here. Like this was his actual family. So I thought it was actually a nice thing that might have gone over some people's heads. But I thought that was a nice scene. If that's what they were going for, then I think it worked. If it wasn't, I'm just reading it wrong. Then okay, then. But overall, I thought it was a decent premiere, and I think it was only decent because it's sort of mishmashed, because obviously that first, 35, 40 minutes, whatever it was meant to be pretty much most of the season 1 finale, and it felt a bit out of place, because it starts really slow, because it doesn't feel like an actual season premiere. Like, you should start off with like a lot of action, or at least a lot of stuff building up that gets you excited, but it was stuff that we had last season. It just didn't feel new. But once we got pretty much past the Trigon stuff, because Trigon was a bit disappointing, once we started getting into like Slade Wilson coming in, Bruce Wayne coming in, then going to San Francisco, it's like yes, and then it ended, and I was like, okay, I'm content with it ending, because at least I know from now on it's going to be new stuff that I actually want to see. So overall, it was a decent premiere. I wasn't that amazed by it. But it's very promising, because the stuff that was new, that was actually meant to be in season 2, was all good. Like the Deathstroke stuff, meeting Bruce Wayne, starting Titans again, that was all great. And that's what's actually meant to be in Season 2. So that gets me excited for what's to come. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on Titans Season 2. Episode 1, what did you think of it? What did you like? What did you dislike? Did you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Let me know all of that stuff in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.